WWE, I think we need to have a talk, because this week, your supposed build-up before SummerSlam, it wasn't really that much of a build-up now, was it? I mean, you focused most of it around Hulk Hogan's birthday. Fair enough, the guy's a legend, he deserves a birthday party. Fair enough, but it just seemed a bit lackluster, if you get what I mean. I mean, alright, we'll talk about Hulk Hogan's birthday a bit later on, because I finished off the show. Let's talk about how it started off. Okay, it started off pretty good. I'll admit, Brock Lesnar promo, saying how he's going to destroy John Cena. Blah, blah, blah. We've heard that the last couple of weeks. Brock Lesnar didn't really say a word. It was Paul Heyman doing all the talking. We get it. You're going to beat up John Cena this Sunday, but you've been saying that the last 2 weeks. I was expecting Brock Lesnar to actually, F5 somebody this week, Didn't see that. So that was a little disappointing. Don't get me wrong, what Paul Heyman said was gold. It was golden. It was really, really good, but it didn't really lead up to anything else. I mean, the guy said, we're going out for dinner, but we'll be back in Brock Lesnar's yard by the end of the night. I mean, I like how he said it was Brock Lesnar's yard. That set out a big statement to the rest of the locker room, to the staff, whatever. But compared to what he's been doing the last few years, it was a bit lackluster. I mean, Brock Lesnar beat up Josh Matthews. He threw staff around in the back. He would spear Mark Henry left, right, and centre. This time, he didn't really do anything at the start of the show, which was a bit strange, considering Brock Lesnar's usual tactics. After that, we have Roman Reigns, coming out. And this is the bit that pisses me off the most. This part of the show, you might understand considering they're wearing a mask and all that, but Corporate Kane comes back out. Corporate Kane! I mean, I've read rumours online all week saying how he was going to take some time off, then he was going to come back as Jacob Goodnight, perhaps. From the movie scene of Evil 2, and I thought, alright, that's pretty interesting. New mask, new persona, new identity. It's going to be different, because I am a massive Kane fan, but even I can't deny that his character's a bit boring lately. Not because of Kane himself, but because of what the writers are having him do. But this was the biggest piss take of all. Instead of giving him some time off, which I think he really needs, you put the suit back on him. You take the mask off, you put it back in the suit and the tie. That's Corporate Kane. How's that better? How is Corporate Kane better than what you had at the moment? I mean, fair enough. He was a bit of a jobber at the moment. But how is putting the suit back on him better? Let me just ask you a question. Anyone who watches WWE, do you think smoking weed or some sort of cannabis is a must if you are a WWE writer? Because how else could you explain that that's better? It's just, I don't understand it. He's 7 foot, he's supposed to be the devil's favourite demon. And don't get me wrong, you are pushing Roman Reigns at the moment to be the next big star, but why can't you have Kane be on some other sort of storyline? I don't know. Go after the Intercontinental or United States Championship. Sheamus versus Kane. That does not sound like a bad match to me. No, instead you have to sell him out to Roman Reigns every single week. Who, I've been reading all sorts of things online and television, that people are getting bored of him now. Because he's just another John Cena wannabe. He has 5 moves or something. 7 moves and he wins all the time. It's like, he gets his ass whooped. Samoan drop. Superman punch, low uppercut, spear, and he wins. I mean, if he loses at SummerSlam over Reigns, I'll be very surprised considering the storyline and everything. I mean, it doesn't make sense if he loses, especially if we all to believe he's going to eventually face Triple H. He has no business losing to Randy Orton this Sunday. Like I said, I will be very surprised if he loses this Sunday at SummerSlam. Oh, by the way, if you want to watch Roman Reigns versus Randy Orton this Sunday at SummerSlam, it's only $9.99! Except if you're in the UK, because we still don't have the WWE Network yet. Everywhere else is getting it, but the UK has to wait until October, I think. Or was it September? I think it was October. But that doesn't matter, because I'm not probably going to get it anyway. Where's the money? Actually, no. Maybe it's not a complete waste of money considering all the content you get. But I've been hearing that the WWE Network struggles to run sometimes. It's slow, it freezes and all that. So I'm a little unsure whether I will be purchasing it or not. If you want to see Corporate Kane come out every single week and make a tag team match, it's only $9.99. $9.99. $9.99. That's all we got this entire episode of Raw. I don't care if it's $9.99. You don't have to say it every 5 minutes, WWE. We're not stupid. Sorry if I seem a little stressed out this episode. It's just... Do we really need to know that it's $9.99 every single minute? I mean, doesn't that tell you that WWE is a little bit desperate for sales? And I don't know. I'm not from the US. I can't buy the WWE Network. I don't know how the sales are doing at the moment. You would think it was a good deal, considering everything you get, but they seem a bit desperate at the moment. That just might be me misreading it. I don't know. But I don't sit and watch a 3-hour program and listen to Michael Cole, of all people, say 20 times, WWE Network's $9.99 if you get all this content. Even JBL's getting a little annoying with it. I mean, he's my favourite commentator out of all of them, but... Too much of a good thing can be bad sometimes, repeating the same thing over and over again. I wouldn't be surprised if people turned off just because they're sick of hearing it all the time. The Brie Bella Stephanie McMahon storyline is a bit lackluster. I mean, did anybody really believe the whole, Daniel Bryan's cheating on you, Brie Bella? I mean, it was just a pathetic attempt. But don't get me wrong, I know it's all storylines and everything. I'm not one of those people who thinks, oh my god, Daniel Bryan, you bastard! How could you do that to Brie Bella? Because don't get me wrong, she is an annoying character, Brie Bella. That's my personal opinion, but she's hot. I wouldn't cheat on her if I was with her. It's just... It was unbelievable because it was revealed later on who this person really was. Yes, it is a storyline. It's scripted in, but because it's so easy to get hold of storylines, you know, this woman was just some wrestler from FCW or something, for example. It just makes it completely unbelievable. And don't get me wrong, I might be wrong on this, but those two cops who arrested Brie Bella, weren't they the two cops who arrested Stephanie McMahon in Texas? I'm not really sure Oregon or Texas are that close. The two cops can work in 2 different states. I might have to re-watch that and make sure I'm right, or I could be wrong. If I am, then just forget about that bit. When you live in the UK, this is just UK people only, and you have to pay $14.99 or something every month for a pay-per-view if you're a die-hard fan. I will be paying for SummerSlam this Sunday. It just makes you think, is it worth it though? Because, you know, in WWE Network in America, a few other countries are getting it now, it's $9.99 a month. $9.99! But it seems more worth it on their end than our end. I mean, come October, I don't know how much it will be in the UK compared to the US, right? I bet it will be $9.99 though, which actually kind of makes it more expensive than it would be in the US when you think about it. WWE, I was really disappointed this week, but then again, like you showed on Raw a few weeks ago, you really don't care what people on the internet think. It was kind of obvious. I mean, Triple H kind of made that very, very clear in that opening promo a few weeks ago. He obviously couldn't give 2 stuffs if people complain online weekly about how unsatisfied they are with the program. I mean, I'm a hypocrite. I'll complain about it, but I'll still watch your show. Because I'm a die-hard fan of WWE. I'm not complaining on the basis that I'm going to complain or I'm going to stop watching. I just maybe think some superstars, maybe some storylines could be improved a little bit. I mean, I'm a writer myself. I like to write and everything, but even I think I could write a better storyline than half the shit you come out with. I mean, no offense. Maybe you owe some superstars. Maybe you want to help build them up, but couldn't you write the storyline a little bit better? I mean, oh, I'm going to get you arrested. I'm going to get you arrested. Oh, this is good TV. Said no one ever. I mean, this isn't the Attitude Era anymore. Don't get me wrong, I love the Attitude Era, but Brie Bella's no Stone Cold Steve Austin. I mean, you're going to have Brie Bella versus Stephanie McMahon in a match. Did anyone else hear any audience response when Brie Bella came out? I probably could have heard a pin drop. That's how quiet it was. And you're having this match on the second biggest pay-per-view of the year? Yes, the audience will be a lot bigger, don't get me wrong, but one day you're just going to have to accept that Brie Bella just isn't as big as a sale as you think she's going to be. Yes, there are some people who like her, but not to the standard that you think there is. I mean, all those people chanting Jamie Noble at the end of that show a few weeks ago, didn't that tell you anything? But don't get me wrong, I'm still a massive fan of WWE. I always will be a massive fan of WWE. I mean, I know Kane is coming to the end of his career and everything, but I'm slowly getting more into Bray Wyatt. I'm getting more into... I do respect John Cena, Daniel Bryan and all that. I know some people say, oh, the company cash cows, they make all merchandise sales, that's why they're so popular. I get that. I mean, John Cena is a hard worker, don't get me wrong. I know, I can understand why some people don't like him, though. Yeah, it just... Maybe you're trying some things out and they're not working. Maybe in your mind they are working. Maybe this is just one guy's opinion compared to millions upon millions who watch the show. And maybe thousands of thousands, maybe a couple million, love your program. They love every single thing you do. I don't know. But if I could change one thing in the WWE, one thing, I would split the belts back up again. I think it was a terrible idea. The reason is because both belts are on one superstar. Your other superstars in the mid-card table, Dolph Ziggler, Bad News Barrett, Sheamus, whatnot, are going to have limited opportunities at the title now. I mean, who's going to get all the shots in the next year? Is it going to be Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, John Cena, Daniel Bryan? What about Dolph Ziggler, Sheamus, Bad News Barrett? Yeah, even Kane, Mark Henry, Big Show. I mean, they're coming towards the end of their careers, and I think Kane and Big Show are due at least... Kane more than Big Show, because Big Show's had more title runs. I think Kane is due at least one more run with the gold, as a thank you for everything he's done for the company. I mean, it makes me sick how some people go, oh, he's boring, he's, shouldn't do this anymore, he should retire. Fat ass Kane and all stuff like that. It just makes me think, well, after everything he's done, isn't that a little insulting? To just say, I mean, the guy has given everything to this company. He's put all the superstars without a single complaint. How many people do you know that will do that? Not a lot. And it's a bit unfair to just suddenly go, oh, he's boring, he's crap. He does it willingly because he believes in the company. I mean, once Kane's retired, Chris Jericho doesn't come back anymore. Big Show's gone. Mark Henry's gone. That's, in my opinion, that's truly the end of the Attitude Era. Because who's left? I mean, I don't think The Rock will probably come back, and if he does, it'll be like once a year. Chris Jericho comes back for 1-2 pay-per-view matches a year. Undertaker, he might have one match left in him, and I hope that's against Sting. But who else is there after that? No one. You guys might slander Kane every now, but whether you are willing to accept it or not, he is one of the last of a dying breed. The Attitude Era superstars. He's one of the last. Once he's gone, Big Show's gone. Once they decide, you know what, I can't do this anymore on a regular basis, I'm going to hang up my boots. While I can still walk. Then that's it. End of. Game over. And I think that's going to be a sad day, because I've followed Kane and Big Show, Mark Henry since the Attitude Era. I've followed all their careers. And yeah, maybe they should have had a little more gold, each of them, respectively, along the way. They have had very, very good careers. And I applaud them for that. But anyway, I'm going off topic. To Raw, the birthday celebration, I'll finish off with the birthday celebration, because there's not much else to talk about, really, on Raw. It was all a bit lackluster, like I said. It could have been so much better than I thought it actually was. I mean, Hulk Hogan's birthday, the Icon, the Immortal. I thought it could have been a bit longer, for one. It felt a bit short. You had all the roster out on the stage. Yeah, who cares about that? Then You had some legends come back, which I was more interested in. Never seen Paul Orndorff on the show before, and that was really interesting. Love his theme song. Roddy Piper, always good to see him. NWO, my God, what's happened to Scott Hall? But then you had Brock Lesnar come out, and why didn't he F5 one of them? You know, to show, oh, I'm a dick, you know, boo me, boo me. Because people don't boo him as much anymore for breaking the Undertaker's streak. Well, not as much as they should do. I love the faces they showed at the start of the show, you know, the people who were shocked about Undertaker's losing streak. That was kind of hilarious. You could have F5 Ric Flair at least. I mean, he can probably take more than, say, Roddy Piper or Paul Orndorff could have anymore. I don't know, Kevin Nash maybe, that would have been kind of impressive, because I thought it would have been interesting if Kevin Nash and Brock Lesnar got into each other's faces and Hulk Hogan. But yeah, you had John Cena come out, Brock Lesnar ran off, yada yada yada, same old, same old. You could have F5 John Cena, yeah, John Cena. Well, John Cena could have got something in there beforehand, so then, you know, some people say the golden rule, whoever gets the shot in before the show before, the other person is likely to win. So if John Cena attitude adjusted Brock Lesnar, then you'd think, okay, Brock Lesnar's going to win. Or if Brock Lesnar F5 John Cena, then John Cena probably would have won. But neither of them touch each other, so I'm at a loose end for the first time ever, which is interesting. So if I had to give Raw a rating out of 10, I'd give it a 4. That's right, I'd give it a 4. That's my lowest rating so far. It's just find it completely lackluster. I will be watching next week. I'll watch every week. Who am I kidding? I don't like to give out low ratings, but I have to be honest as well. My superstar of the night, I'm going to go with Brock Lesnar. He might not have F5'd anybody, but he was physically intimidating, and everyone was scared of him by the end of the night. You can't deny that. I mean, John Cena had a little look of concern about him. He's like, oh yeah, I know how to beat Brock Lesnar. But what if something goes wrong? Anyway, guys, that's the end for me this week. I'll see you next time.